A corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also. I do not support corruption. Corruption takes money away from children's education. It deprives hospitals of basic necessities. It means that roads are not fixed. Corruption deepens inequality. It siphons off taxpayers' money to make a few cronies richer with the political connections instead of benefiting the people. This government has been doing everything it can to weaken and undermine the Integrity Commission, which is an institution that I designed as Minister of Justice and brought the legislation to Parliament to fight corruption in this country. I have said it before and I will tell you again. Jamaica cannot move forward without a government built on integrity that embraces principles of good governance in this country.
Let me tell you something. Andrew Owen is doing all what he's doing to us because he tests us in many ways, shape and form, and we don't do nothing about it. We don't demonstrate. We don't unite. We don't come together and fight against things and push back things. Let him know so we know what is going on. All we and the media doing, cussing each other, asking for taps and roses, begging. They tell us if you open your eyes, because you don't get distracted with the wrong things. You know focus on the wrong things. While him behind the scene I do what he wants to do. And when you don't realize it is too late, the ass already gone through the gate. Me tell you so you distracted too much. And when we come out and talk to the few Confederate them have come and attack we. You understand? And that is the reason why I say Andrew come out and do whatever I do brawling and hide, because what? Him test and did not do nothing. You understand? It's not like other countries that whenever they get tested by the leaders and so forth and then do anything, them take the street. No do nothing. Sit back and relax. And because no for afraid of Andrew Owen, Andrew come out and threaten because he knows so afraid. That is what Andrew use as power over as well. Threaten You understand? And afraid of him, that's why he can do anything to Go hear him sit down, man, afraid of him attack or they exercise that I'm afraid of XYZ. He know if he use but he know say love no belly, love look change. And when him threaten afraid. Jamaican people for wake up, can't have a leader we're afraid of. We can't have a leader we are threatening and them something to drive fear in so you can have the power over for destroy and take what have. Andrew alone look much win in Jamaica. But because some licky. No for licky. In can't give one night dinner and come out on the media can defend him. And can attack people where open the eyes of people. But me tell you, say Jamaica is like a Titanic ship and all are we going down in it. Because Andrew Owen can come chat to me and tell me I'm not afraid of Andrew Owen. Me not afraid of Andrew Owen. Me not afraid of him. You understand? Because when me did there and the immigration them don't put me go on and me carry them go court me challenge them and I court me not afraid of people. I court me carry them. For my rights, because I know my rights and I now back down and me rather die feet. They all human being. Police, immigration, government, whatever, they are human being. And when you are afraid of them, they will take the piss out of you and take advantage out of you. And worse than know your rights, they walk on you. And that's what Andrew Owen is doing. Because they know that majority of Jamaican people don't know their rights. A majority of them afraid of him. So him come out and drive fear in the people. But Andrew Owen is not afraid of you now, your woman. I'm not afraid of none of you. Try know that. You can't drive no fear in America. I'm not afraid of nobody. I doubt you forgetting that you have thick skull where you have in your head here.
Jamaica, come close and listen very carefully. I'm about to say something very dangerous and it's going to burn a lot of people's chest. Jamaica, listen to me and listen to me very clear. This is not party talk. This is not green versus orange. This is survival. Because when the Prime Minister's wife becomes Speaker of the House, it's no longer politics. It is a national takeover. Let me say it again. So every Jamaican, every mother, every father, every elder, every youth, every policeman, every teacher, every doctor, every lawyer can feel it in them bones. When the referee of the game is married to the captain of the team, the entire match is rigged. The Speaker of the House is supposed to be impartial, non-political, non-aligned, a protector of fairness, the person that ensures that every member of parliament can challenge wrongdoing. So tell me, Jamaica, how can you be neutral when you sleep in the same house as the Prime Minister? How are you going to be impartial when the same person you're supposed to be checking is the same person you sit down with and have dinner with? Wanna see the madness yet, Jamaica? Jamaica, this is how dictatorship starts. Yes, dictatorship starts quietly, so wake up, Jamaica. Dictatorship don't come overnight. It doesn't come with soldiers on the road. And it does not come with tanks and guns. Dictatorship comes slowly, quietly. It comes through family appointments, friends on boards, donor contracts, and then shutting down anyone who speaks the truth. Jamaica, this is not a conspiracy, no. This is history. This is a pattern, and it's a fact. So what does it mean, Jamaica, when one couple holds two of the most powerful positions in the country? It means the PM controls the government and his wife controls the parliament. And together, they control debate, decision, discipline, and discussions. This is not democracy, Jamaica. This is family rule. And you know what family rule always leads to? It leads to corruption, silencing of critics, fear in parliament, no accountability, no transparency, and no democracy. You see, every country that went downhill had the same starting point. The opposition can't talk, can't question, cannot challenge, because the speaker controls who speaks, how long they speak, if they can finish their sentence, what motions get tabled, which corruption cases can be raised, and who gets thrown out. So if the PM does something wrong, the speaker, aka his wife, can block. Yes, member, you're out of order. Sit down. Debate closed and motion denied. So tell me again, Jamaica, how we supposed to get justice? How the truth supposed to reach the public? This is a real danger, Jamaica, especially for small countries like Jamaica, because family rule equal disaster. Why? Because nations like us, Jamaica, have weaker protection. What do I mean by that? We don't have strong watchdogs. We don't have strong courts. We do not have strong investigative systems. We do not have strong media independence. And we do not have strong financial independence. So when one family becomes too powerful in this small country of Jamaica, the country becomes controlled, silenced, afraid, dependent, and corrupt. Nepotism, Jamaica, is not bad optics. Nepotism is a national danger. And while Jamaica is suffering, power is being consolidated. Look at the timing, Jamaica. We are in a hurricane disaster. People homeless, roads destroyed, hospitals collapsing, food shortage, water shortage, economic crisis, crime rising, earthquake warnings, oil drilling threats, and foreign companies taking resources. And in the middle of all of this, Power is being tightened, not shared. When a country is unstable, leaders should decentralize power. But in Jamaica, they are centralizing it in one household. And Jamaica, this is how nations fall. Listen to me, Jamaica. This is not about politics. This is about structure. Take off on the green glasses, take off on the orange glasses, and for one, look at Jamaica with your own eyes, not through party color. When the PM controls the executive and his wife controls the parliament, there is no checks and balance, Jamaica. None. Zero. Finished. And a country without checks and balance is a country preparing for dictatorship. Jamaica, listen to me good. When the people in power start placing their family in the highest seat, you are no longer being governed, you are being managed. You are being handled, you are being controlled, and you are being silenced. You cannot question, you cannot challenge, you cannot oppose, and you cannot win. This is not democracy. This is not representation. Jamaica, this is capture. One family cannot lead an entire country. One house cannot control two houses of government. And Jamaica, if you don't speak now, if you don't wake up now, if you don't rise now, you're going to open your eyes one day and realize that you are living in a country where one woman, one man have the final say on the breath you breathe.
A democratic society,
so Jamaica, where you can
say certain things, and then there are consequences if you overstep the boundary. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it was in PM.
Yeah, man. You were in PMIC.
Okay. All right. So here's what happened, folks. Those two statements were made last year. So you know what I did? I am a person, I like to set the record straight. I like to create a record. As them say, you want to be administratively pure. You want to establish a record so that should something happen, you already have a record that you can point to and say, look, I complained about this. And something else is happening now that affects that. So there's a record that they can look at and say, well, yes, he did complain. So what I did, I wrote to all of the law enforcement agencies. And I said to them, and I also said, I believe I sent this letter to the parliament as well. And I said to them, listen, the Prime Minister of Jamaica made a statement. And I attached the video I just played. I attached that. It went as an enclosure with this, as an attachment.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also attached the supporter, his statement. I attached it to them and I said, listen, we don't feel comfortable with these statements. And so we're letting you know that we're taking it seriously and we want you, law enforcement agencies, plural, to take it seriously. And we want you to monitor these people, the Prime Minister and these people. Because here's the thing now, if the FBI is aware that they're planning to do something to you, the FBI has to tell you. They can't sit back and make something happen to you. They're compelled to tell you that, and if possible, prevent it. That, listen, these guys, we are on a telephone line and we're hearing them planning to kill somebody, or we're hearing them planning to do this to somebody, we're in plan, whatever it is. If they're planning to do you harm, they have to take a stand. So we're telling them that, look, monitor these phone lines and listen carefully to what's going on, because this is what they've said and we're taking them seriously. And I sent this letter. Here's a letter dated July 6, 2024. And you said the title, Perceived Threats and Intimidation by Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness and his supporter against social media commentators residing in the United States. Because remember, I said some of them overseas, right? And because the FBI wouldn't have jurisdiction if he's saying that about people living in Jamaica, unless they're US citizens. But definitely, when the gentleman came out and said, we know and some of them are overseas, that conferred jurisdiction right there. So there it is. He said, dear sir, madam, my name is Wilfred Rattigan. I'm a retired FBI supervisor special agent. I'm also a practicing attorney, social media commentator, and a resident of Anne Arundel County in Maryland. I write to inform you about perceived intimidation and threats against me and other social media commentators as a result of our continued criticism of the government of Jamaica and the Prime Minister Andrew Holness. And then I attached the his statement, and it says a conversation on social media between an individual whose voice appears to be identifiable with the social media personality named Christopher O'Neill McCurdy, aka Chopper John, Chops, Chopper, and 2 unidentified females. It should be noted that in their conversation, one of the females referred to the person believed to be McCurdy as Chops. Additionally, McCurdy is a well-known and fervent supporter of Prime Minister Holness and the government of Jamaica. And so I start talking about the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council. Hold on a second. So I started telling them that, hey, the government of Jamaica, they're running this so-called movement in America called the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, and it is led, directed, and influenced by the government of Jamaica. And there are several U.S. citizens who are representatives of this movement, and they're acting in violation, possibly acting in violation of U.S. laws. So all of you out there, and I talk about Global Jamaica Diaspora Council representative, stay tuned. Stay tuned. And
is that a threat, Mr. Rattigan?
No, stay tuned is not a threat.
Oh, okay.
Stay tuned is a statement. It's a statement. So we talk about that and how them violate the thing and blah, 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 blah. And then went on to talk about, here it is, at a youth meeting in June 2024, the Prime Minister indicated that the government of Jamaica was using its capabilities to track and identify individuals who were using social media to comment and post negatively, to spread rumors about people, to do some really nasty things. And you are going to see some actions very shortly for those persons. What does that mean? You are going to see some actions very shortly for those persons who comment and post negatively about us. And then we have Mr. McCurdy, who said, let me tell you that every waking moment would be spent to track them down and give them what they truly deserve. What does that mean? We have some of the names already, and we are getting the additional names, and we are verifying. So they're investigating people. Some of them, we find them house already. We find a house already. We see them in their house watering plants already. We see them already. These are direct quotes. It's only a matter of time. And guess what? Guess what? Some of them are local in Jamaica and some of them are overseas. And believe, trust and believe, of the 7 that are on my list on social media, 4 have already been identified. 4 from 7 has already been identified. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time for all of them who you see who post people's picture up. No argument. It's coming. Professor, I mean, to me, it's clear. It's clear. And remember, some of these statutes, it's not what you, the perceived aggressor, what you intended. It's what the person to whom it was directed, how they feel about it. So it's not, you can't really come like this and say, oh, him shouldn't feel a way because blah 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 blah. Because no. The person said, no, this is how I felt when this is how you make me feel when you said this, right? So we go there and say right there, in light of the public statements made by the Prime Minister and McCurdy, I perceive a clear intent to intimidate and threaten me and my social media colleagues for engaging in constitutionally permissible action, meaning that they might try, they might violate, they might get ready for violate my constitutional rights. The totality of the circumstances, that is to say, statements made by the Prime Minister, Police Commissioner Anderson, and McCurdy suggest a continuing pattern and practice of potential violation of constitutional rights, physical harm, and intimidation. Notwithstanding, my colleagues and I will continue with our pursuit of holding this and future Jamaican governments accountable. See that? And it says, it must be noted that the Prime Minister is a regular visitor to the DC area, which is in proximity to my residence. And it is believed that McCurdy, based on his attendance at Cornell University in New York and prior employment residence in the Atlanta area, has extensive contacts in the US. He's presently residing and working in Jamaica, and his US immigration status is unknown. That is Mr. McCurdy. Finally, I am notifying, I'm gonna put this right there, so. Sita, I am notifying all recipients. So not one person me send it to, enough people me send it to. I'm notifying all recipients that should any catastrophe befall me, should anything happen to me, my family members, or those who are publicly critical of the government of Jamaica and the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister and McCurdy must be considered prime suspects. See it right there, sir. So me never mince words. Me tell them, say, anything happened to Professor, look on the Prime Minister, look for the Prime Minister, look on the Prime Minister first. Look on him first. Because he might make statements that are unbecoming of a leader. He might make statements that are becoming of a thug. He might make statements that threaten people. Threaten people for speech. No. And I tell them, say, I want Sita, I want to know money time, you know. I want to sit right there, so. I want to know money time. Pfizer and SIGINT, them know what that means. Physical surveillance and signal surveillance, them know what that means. Put them on the watch list. Of course, I'm not going to want to put the Prime Minister on the watch list right now, at least not now, maybe later on. But certainly Mr. McCurdy, them can put him on it. And then they evaluate on a threat assessment and them visa revocation. So, we do all of that last year. And the Prime Minister now listen. See him come back here. I think this is the one, Kevin. Let me play it and see.
Initial few days, there was a scramble. And that scramble essentially was, my hand is up, I need help. And the system trying to respond to the loudest voices or the most frantic wave of hands. As of today, we are out of that phase. Now, a systematic response will take over in the relief effort. And you would see that the government has made certain actions to ensure that there is a systematic response. Let me say it in another way. I hear the cry of every baby that is now hungry in a community that is not yet reached. It goes to bed with me. And I have to think of it in this way. Do I try myself to jump on a helicopter with a package to reach the baby that is crying? Or do I try to develop a system to get more helicopters in, to get more packages put together, to get more supplies in, to get more support to be able to reach those babies that are crying?
We could just listen to this nonsense that we might talk. We parsed through this on Wednesday night, and we'll probably go back through it again today. But what you're hearing here, what you're listening to is a bunch of nonsense. What you're listening to excuses from a failure. You're listening to excuses from somebody who has no clue about disaster management. None what, and I'll point out those. I'll make it my business to point those out to you. But we're trying to get to a point where he mentioned something. So bear with me.
While at the same time saying to Keith and Darrell and Minister Tufton, get out there in the scramble. And so that is what you have been seeing. People individually going out there trying to relieve the human suffering. But that is not a sustainable response. The sustainable response is what you would see the government doing now. One, we have to streamline ODPEM, both as the office of this
We soon get to AdPem, people, because we're going to show you how politics mash up AdPem. We're going to show you.
disaster preparedness, which that function was done, that phase is over. And now we are in the phase of the emergency management, which is the relief. Now, let's just be clear. The government can't stand up AdPem with its own parallel structure of having all the people that would be necessary to pack the relief items, to load the trucks, to move the trucks to where they have to be stored, to clear the roads, all those little minor functions that make the big service works, and keep them and pay them throughout the year for every year, even when there is no disaster. Where that capability exists is in the JDF. It is a multifunctional capability. I do commend the JDF and, of course, the JCF as well. The JDF is the repository of the logistics and engineering.
While we're waiting for him to make that statement, the statement that we consider a threat, again, just I know some of you are finding him repulsive. You can't listen to him. But let me make an argument for you to listen to him. The only way you can constructively design an argument against him is by listening to what he has to say. Don't listen to what other people said he said.
I want to tell me one thing, man, and put an honest opinion in the comment section. The people, I'm speechless, seriously. I am so speechless. I don't know what else to say. You know, it just breaks my heart with everything what happened. It just breaks my heart. Wanna just like and share this video for me. Tell a friend about Attack for the Press. Blessings upon blessings. One love.